Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get your website onto the first page of Google search results, the search volume and traffic that these top sites are getting, along with the amount of new leads that would be coming directly into your business. So to demonstrate all this, I've done two searches, one for residential and commercial cleaning here in Orlando, and then I've taken the top search results, the top companies in each of these lists, as well as your own company's website, and I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds when it crawls your site, that it uses to determine your position in the search results, and then it ranks its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So just quickly taking a look at some of these numbers, we can see why these websites are ranking at the top of the list far above yours. But let me go into a little bit further detail on what these numbers mean and how you can improve them. Now, when Google is trying to determine in what order to rank a website in search results, it uses two different factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust that it has in your site. It's basically just a popularity contest. Now, this authority is gained when other domains or websites refer back to yours by creating a link. This acts as an endorsement that Google uses to build trust because others are vouching for you. So to use an example, if say the local news station did an article on their website for the top 10 best home cleaning services in Orlando, and in that article, the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now, there are a lot of different types of websites that can link back to yours, any kind of blog or posting sites, press releases. One very important and powerful one is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. Those include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. They're usually all free to get. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. Now, taking another look at these websites, we can see that due to the amount of links that they have coming from other websites, Google has placed a higher trust in them. Something also to note here is a lot of these companies that appear at the top of the list, they're all national franchises that just have a location here in Orlando. However, that doesn't mean that you have to compete with the entire website. We're just competing with the one page for Orlando, which means there's definitely some competition based on their size and their budget. However, it is definitely possible to outrank them because they are mostly concentrated on their entire site, not trying to figure out each and every single local market, and then we can find some holes in that so that way we can definitely advance your website. Now, the second factor, or something to also consider when looking at the number of these links, is it's not just about the quantity, it's also the quality. So certain links are more spammy than others. We have to find authoritative websites that are trustworthy in the eyes of Google so that this link will transfer that trust to you. But they also have to be relevant to your service industry and in some kind of the same field. Now, the other factor that Google uses to rank your website is the content on the page. So if we take a look in here, these are all the keywords and phrases that are being typed into Google search that Google is finding on your website, as well as the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where we do some research to find the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you offer and in the areas that you offer it in, and make sure that those are being properly found on your website so you can rank for them. So for instance, Orlando maid service is being searched 450 times a month. Right now, you're in the 66th position, which is going to put you on the 7th page of Google search results. If you were in the top listings, 450 people a month will be seeing your website, and then we're usually very conservative. Google Analytics says about 10% of the total search volume will become a lead to your business. And then depending on what the conversion rate is for customers that call you and actually become a paying customer, let's say that only half of those actually turn out to be jobs. You could be looking at easily 22 to 23 jobs potentially per month just off of having this one keyword and your website ranked at the top. Then we could repeat that same process for all the services in all the locations that you want to be found at. Obviously, each job varies from job to job on the profit margin and whatnot. However, you can just see by the sheer volume of leads coming in your business, the potential for growth and the availability to make some more revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. Now, there is a formula that Google uses to find these keywords on your site. So if we go back and take a look here, as far as the construction of your site, it does appear to be a little bit older. It is good to have all the information right at the top of the screen. However, nowadays most people are searching from a mobile device. So what we want to do is have it mobile optimized, where a lot of these are just click to call. The user can just click on the screen and it'll automatically input this and start dialing the phone for them. Also, it's a good idea to have what's called a form submit, where people can input their information, and then they can send you an email through that, and you can collect that, gather that information, and then get back to them with any kind of questions that they have. Now, the biggest problem that there is with the site is just the lack of content on the page. And the reason that's a problem is because Google is going to come in and count all the words in text here. And it usually likes to see about 1,500 words on a home page because it assumes that the more information you have on the page, the more of an expert you are and the more likely it is to recommend you. However, while it's counting all the words, it's also searching for those keywords. So any of the services that you offer and the areas that you offer them in. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one of those keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. So the more services, locations, or keywords in general that you want to be able to be found for in search means the more content that you have to add to the page in order to qualify for it. So if we go back to the search results, the first thing that you're going to see come up is the Google Map Pack. To be listed in here, you just need to optimize your Google business profile because it is pretty beneficial to be in one of these top three since they just appear at the top of the screen. They do get a lot of traffic. Now, to optimize your profile, you just need to fill out as much information as possible, including all the services you offer, the areas, even the hours of operation. Then in your business description, you're allowed 750 characters. We want to be adding some keywords in there as well. Then you want to be taking photos that are geolocated and tagged within your service area, as well as posting onto your profile on a regular basis. Collect as many reviews. Then you want to get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list. So then underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up in the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites will help you climb and outrank the competition. Then once you are ranked in the top, you'll be getting all that search volume and traffic to the site and all the new business leads coming in. Now, I hope this information was helpful and shows you how you can scale some of your online presence, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like to go into any further details. We could talk about some of the goals for the business and then do some research to find out what would be the best course of action for you to reach those. I appreciate your time and look forward to speaking with you.